Good morning, grade twos. Welcome back. Today is Wednesday, and we're going to keep going with using our clocks. So I'm going to ask that you have this clock ready to begin, okay? And the first time that I would like you to set on here is 10 o'clock, okay? So can you set 10 o'clock on your clock? I'm going to do mine. So we know the hour hand is at the 10, the small hand is at the 10, and for o'clock, the large hand is at the 12. So this is 10 o'clock, okay? Now this is the start time, and I'm going to say that we are going to go on a field trip, and the field trip is going to take us 4 hours. And I want to know what time will we be back? So we're going to leave school at 10, and it's going to take 4 hours to go on our field trip. What time will we get back to school? So set your clock for 10, and let's see what time it will be when we get back. Okay, so we know if we go all the way around, that's 1 hour, and we're going to do 4 hours. So ready? Let's take our minute hand and go all the way around. That's 1 hour. That's 2 hours. Go around again. That's 3 hours. That's 4 hours. So from 10 o'clock and 4 hours later, what time would we get back? 2 o'clock. Now, some of you might think, Mrs. Johnston, I don't need my clock. I can count the hours on my finger. So if I start at 10, let's count. 11 is 1 hour. 12 is 2 hours. But remember, after 12, we go back to 1. 1 is 3 hours, and 2 is 4 hours. So I could say it would be 2 o'clock is my 4 hours. So I can count on my fingers, or you can use your clock and keep going around, okay? So you can count. Just remember that when you hit the 12, we go back to 1 after that, okay? Now, I would like us to set our clocks to another time. I would like us to set our clocks to 10:20. Can you set your clock to 10:20? So the hour is 10, so if you want to get back to 10 o'clock, okay, you can get back to 10 o'clock, and I said 10:20, so count by 10, 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20. So we've got 10:20. Now, I'm going to tell you that your dad is going to go to work for 9 hours. What time would he get home if he's going to go to work for 9 hours? How many times around do we have to go? Now, it's not at the o'clock, but an hour would still be all the way around to the same spot again. So we're at the 4 or the 20 minutes. We can go all the way around to the next 4 or 20 minute mark. Okay, so we're at 10:20. Do it with me. We're going to go all the way around. That's 1 hour. Let's do it again. It's 2 hours. 3 hours. 4 hours. 5 hours. 6 hours. 7 hours. 8 hours. 1 more hour. 9 hours later. So we just went around and around 9 times. What time is it now? It is 7:20. Again, if you don't think you need your clock and you just want to count up 9, you can. You can do 11 is 20 is 1 hour, 12:20 Then we have to go back to 1, remember, after 12. 1:20, 2:20, 3:20, 4:20, 5:20, 6:20, 7:20 is our 9 hours later. Okay? Good job. Now we're going to set our clocks to 11:50. So let's get to 11 o'clock. Okay, and now we want to get to 11:50. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So we've got 11:50 on our clock. Okay, so we've got 11:50. Now, this time I want you to tell me, what time would it be 30 minutes later? So maybe we're going to go outside for gym class. What time would we get back in if we go out for 30 minutes? What time would we get back in? So let's count 30 minutes. So we're on the minute hand and we'll count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's 30 minutes later. What time is that? 12, 5, 10, 15, 20. 12:20 is 30 minutes later. Now there's something interesting to notice because we know 30 minutes is half an hour. Well, with my piece of paper here, you can split your clock in half. Cut your circle in half. You'll notice if you start at the 10, the half is the 4. We could do half of a circle like this, the 3 and the 9. It's going to match up with the diagonal all the way so that you can cover half of your circle. So we know 30 minutes is a half. So another halfway around the circle for our clock. Okay? So when you do your work today, if you need to use your clock, put the start time and then do either hours or minutes. That's fine. You can use your clock. Or if you want to count using your fingers, you can do that as well. Just remember when you get to 12, we start back at 1. Okay? So you're going to do exercise 49 in your workbook, and that is 2 pages. I've also given you a game to play. So in your package, you should have some yellow cards with some times telling you. So you're going to put the cards in a pack face down. You're going to have your clock. You can set it to any time you want. You can pick, okay? My clock, I'm going to pick, the first one I'm going to do is 3 o'clock, okay? I'm going to turn the first card over, and it says 50 minutes later. So I'm going to do what's 50 minutes later. Well, I'm going to count 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. 50 minutes later is 3:50. Okay, now set a new time. You can pick a new time. Maybe I'm going to pick 4:30 this time. I'm going to pick 4:30 for my time. You get to pick. Then turn over another card. What does this one say? 1 hour later. So I'm going to set my clock to be 1 hour later. 1 hour is the blue hand, the minute hand going all the way around once. What time is it now? It's 5:30, and that's what you're going to do with your clock, and you can have your mom or dad check that you're setting it to the right time. So you keep flipping over a yellow card and do what it says, but you get to pick the start time for each one, okay? So enjoy the game and complete exercise 49 in your workbook. Now, you're not going to see me for the rest of the week for math because tomorrow you're going to do another checkpoint so that I can see what you've learned about time. We've done time for a few days now, and I want to see what you've learned. So you're going to do that. Remember, only mom or dad can help with the reading. I want you to just show me. If you don't know how to do a question, that's okay. Try it, and then move to the next. And you'll notice at the end,